Hi there, it's Laura here from Get Organized HQ, here to bring you another Deck the Halls video where I'm going to share one of my latest home and organization Amazon hauls. I love Amazon because it's so easy to order things from there, and there's also a lot of affordable items. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'll show you what I got. Of course, I'll leave links down below if you want to check out any of these items for yourself, and I will also have links to a previous Amazon organizing haul video where I also cover different items that I ordered, and as always, I give you my truly honest opinion about whether or not I love these things or not. So without further ado, let's dive in. All right, this is item number one. You're seeing my true first impressions on these because I haven't tried them out yet. All right, so this is something I saw on TikTok. It is a car papers organizer. So it looks like this. It's actually, I mean, it's more sparkly than I was expecting, but it seems sturdy. It has a little magnetic clasp right here. And then on the inside of it, this is where it has a spot for like your car registration, your insurance card. Now I think that's super handy because those are things that you don't want to lose, and you just don't want them flying around loose in your glove compartment. And then if you want to put like other cards, other papers, and a pin here, the price on this is also excellent. So I am totally going to go put this in my car. I think being so affordable, it's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you? There's 2 or 3 color options, and just the peace of mind of knowing that my stuff is protected. It's also very thick, like you can bend it, but it's pretty thick, and I feel like my documents will be really safe in there. Next up, I'm so excited about these. So it comes in this outer case, and you take, okay, it's very difficult to get out of the case. I have some others of these, and there we go. You just have to do it the right way. But these are the vintage bookshelf games. They have several on there. I will link to them. This is just one of them. I'll show you them on my shelf, and basically your games take up less space and they're more uniform. I hate how game boxes are just like all different sizes. I've tried putting them in pouches, but that doesn't, like, not all of them fit well in pouches. And then this also looks like nice decor on whatever shelf you put it on. So I feel like I have mine in my living room, and I think it still looks really nice. So you open it like this. Okay, this is my first time opening it. It has directions, a little, I don't know, information card, I guess you would say. And then it has all the game pieces just like you would expect that fit in there nicely. So I think this is going to work great. Now, they are a little bit more expensive than getting the just traditional game, but I think it's worth the splurge for how nice they're going to look and how you're going to be able to store them basically anywhere and still have them looking really nice. It feels like really good quality. This is kind of like a linen feel. There is a magnetic closure here. So I am super excited about this. Oh, and I did want to mention, you saw me struggling to take this off. I do not save these. I don't think you're really supposed to. I think this was just extra protection. So I just store them like this. Next, I have this item. And it is not some kind of bizarre torture device. I promise. I know it looks weird. I saw this on somebody's Instagram. All right. So it is actually a dryer vent cleaner. So what you do is this size fits on like the hose attachment of your vacuum cleaner. It does say it doesn't fit on all, but the way that it is, I think it would fit on most where you can put an attachment. It worked fine on I have a battery stick vacuum. It worked totally fine on that. So you hook this end on here, and then you'll see how it has a hose. Now this is like a handle and a wire so that you can guide this in your dryer vent. And that allows you to suck out the lint in there deeper down in the dryer vent, because it's both dangerous and just not good to have all that lint down there. Now, this is what I will say. I have tried this, and I may not be able to, it's gonna be a little hard to film me using it, and there's really not much to see. You literally just stick this in your dryer vent, turn on your vacuum, and it's supposed to suck out the lint. It worked fine. I was actually really it was easier than I thought to get it down in there because you have this like stiff wire. So that part worked great. I don't actually know if it got any lint out. Like I don't think you can really see it coming through, so I guess it did, but I'm not really sure. But I'm still, this is something I'm gonna do about every 3 months or so, just to make sure that, you know, all of the lint is out of the dryer trap. I also did like kind of use it to clean around the lint area as well. And so yeah, I would totally get this. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if it did anything amazing, but I think it's worth it. It's not too expensive, and then you feel like you've really done a good job of cleaning your dryer. Next up, I'm really anxious to try this. I've had this on my list for a while. This is a steamer, and one of the more affordable, smaller steamers, because I just didn't want a large steamer. Because it just seems like not only does obviously a larger one take up more storage space, but it just seems like it'd be harder to get out. Whoa, there we go. It seems like it would be just harder to carry around and do what you need. And I love the size of this one. So it comes very well packaged, as you can see. So A+ for packaging. This is what it looks like. Here's your little, I think that's to measure and fill it with water. This is like the little steamy spout. And then I guess you have some, it comes with several attachments. And where I plan to use this is like, usually if I have a little something on my carpet, it's really, really tiny. So I just want like to spot clean it. I don't want to get out some big, huge tool. So I want that for like carpet, rugs, car upholstery, couch upholstery. Now I want to caveat here, if you're going to use it on, always test. Like steam can damage, especially upholstery. So of course I plan to test. If you're going to do this, test in an inconspicuous area so that you make sure that you're not going to damage anything. And then, so definitely that. Also, I saw someone use a smaller handheld one, like for sticky stuff in the refrigerator. And I'm kind of curious about that. I admit that I was quite intrigued. Some of the reviews even had people cleaning off like hard surfaces, which I wouldn't have thought of, but I love how, if you do it with steam, you're gonna know that it's really clean. And I think I'm really interested to try it on a sticky surface. Like I said, if something is spilled in the refrigerator, something like that. And then let's look at these little attachments. So this one looks like pretty versatile, universal. We have, so you can kind of like use it like a vacuum. Yeah, I can see that one being pretty useful. There's several here. This is just like a really tiny one. I do think probably some of these are somewhat unnecessary because there's so many. There's like a red and a green little brush one, real tiny. And we have this teeny tiny, I don't know, it's kind of like a flat squeegee, so I guess you would like squeegee off a flat surface. A real tiny little nozzle. And then this is like a longer nozzle. Now I think, I'll have to read the instructions. I'm unclear if you have to use it with a nozzle or if you can use it just like this. Then I will try on one of these. I guess you just stick it on. That looks pretty easy. This is on the little, actually, I'm not sure, that one might go directly on there. So let me read the directions. Oh, and then one other thing before I read the directions, and don't worry, I won't make you watch me read them. I will do that off camera. There is some kind of little, it almost looks like a teensy tiny shower cap, and it's like a white towel material. What this is for, I have no idea. Perhaps the instructions will tell me. All right, so read the instructions. They are not super long and in-depth, but essentially what I found out is this is the extension hose, so you can use it just as is or with one of these attachments. It lists out what all the attachments are for. I won't bore you with all the details of that. Well, okay, first of all, there's a sticky something on here, like right here. I do not know what that is. Secondly, now I'm trying to get this off, and oh, there we go. All right, so this right here, for whatever reason, is sticky. These you just kind of push on like this. Okay, that all works. or you can put them on the extension hose, I think, as well. Then to put in the water. I don't know if it says this, but in appliances like this, I would always use distilled water. I would not use regular tap water. And it'll be pretty easy to put in with this. And it also said in the manual that you could steam your clothes. Now, I have a clothing steamer, but I thought it was interesting that they thought you could use this. I'd be a little concerned, like, what heat level this gets to versus like the one that's for your clothes. It also does not appear to have like a setting for how hot it is. So one thing I find interesting is it says always unplug your steam shot before you refill it with water. Press trigger until steamer depressurized and wait 5 minutes before removing cap. So I could see if you were steaming a lot. Now again, this is a little steamer, so if you plan to steam a lot, I would not get a little one. But I could see that being an annoyance if it didn't have enough water in it and then you had to wait 5 minutes. That's one potential downside that I could see. I think probably what I'll do is like every time right before I use it, I'll refill it just so that I don't have to stop in the middle and do that. So I filled it with water, I plugged it in, and all you do is wait for this light to turn off, and then that means it's ready, and this is what you press to release the steam, and I will show you cleaning a little area on my carpet. So this is a little bit hard to see because we're so close up on the carpet, but these blue areas are paint. They're not supposed to be there. So I'm gonna see what I can do by touching. Oh look, that is going, oh, that's amazing. Like, it truly is amazing, and it's so tiny. It's really easy to do this real quick, and I think that's it. All the blue is completely gone. That was all there was to it. That's amazing. All right, so I finished steaming it. I kind of fluffed it up after it got not hot anymore. It's still a little damp, as you can see with my hand. Now, it's really, really hard to see. It did not get, I thought it got every little bit out, but there was a tiny bit there, but it did a lot better than most things. I also think that if I really wanted to get it out, it would be helpful to like shampoo it and really scrub it first, because this doesn't really scrub so much as just apply steam. But I think a combination of the two, you could get a lot of things like 100% clean. So hopefully this has helped you. If you're considering any of these products, you get my honest review. And of course, all the links are down below, as well as my other Amazon organizing products haul. You definitely don't want to miss that if you like this. It has even more products, and it is a lot of organizing focused products, so you definitely don't want to miss that one.